Hey, Dan Fitzpatrick here at stockmarketmentor.com, and this is your free chart of the day for the weekend of January 4th and 5th. And I want to look at Twitter here, and here's the deal. I like Twitter. Let me put it. I like TWTR. I also have a Twitter account, Dan Fitzpatrick. Hey, follow me. But I love TWTR because it's a moneymaker in both directions. What I would, well, I'm not going to suggest this. I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing. I could not give a rip what any of the analysts say about this stock. None of them. Don't care. They don't know anything. They come up with these dumb, expletive deleted price targets based on this and that and the other thing. With all the shares that are being held, there's no real metric even as far as how to value this company. The company's not making money. I am absolutely sure that ultimately it's going to make a boatload, and I'm not putting down Twitter. What I'm doing is putting down analysts. I hold them in the same regard as economists, which is not particularly high. So when you hear one of these yahoos come out with some price target, whether it's $40 or whether it's $140, it really doesn't matter to me. You go ahead and listen to them all day long, but all they're going to do, frankly, is confuse you, because somebody comes out with a $30 we'll say a $40 price tag. And because it's so grossly overvalued, oh my gosh, Twitter's so grossly overvalued. I think it's overvalued, but you shouldn't care what I think about valuation either, frankly. It doesn't matter what I think as far as valuation. But you're listening to some analyst and you think, wow, this stock is a $40 stock. There's no way I'm buying this. Meanwhile, the stock breaks out and it keeps going up, and you see it. See, that's your sin. You see it. And you see it continuing to go and go and go, and you don't buy it. Why? Because you're stuck on some $40 price tag that some knucklehead comes up with, who just graduated from business school a few years ago and thinks he knows how to value a company that nobody with any credibility really actually can value. You just can't. And so instead of getting in on the stock, you listen to this silly thing. Or on the other hand, because there's always another hand, Randy Travis told us that. On the other hand, you listen to some analyst who gives you a $100 or $140 price tag, somewhere way up here. The stock prints a lower high, continues to fall, bounces up here, continues to fall. Ultimately, the guy with the $40 price tag is looking pretty good. And you're holding the stock from $70 down to 50, down to 45 to 43. Why? Because you're fixated on this. Okay, what I'm saying is forget about those guys. Let them give the price tags. Let them give the analysts, let them give the estimates for the big fund managers who deserve or who need to defend any picks that they have. And I totally get that. Ignore those, because let the fund managers look at the analysts so that they can tell their clients why they bought a stock at $50 that's now down at $12. And they can say, well, because the analysts were really bullish on the stock. Instead, I want you looking at these price patterns, okay? Look at the price patterns. First of all, is this thing gappy or what? This thing, it gaps. I'm looking here, it's gapped almost every single day. That seems like it's trading. The stock has gone up 4 days in a row, and I will say it's gone up 4 days in a row because I'm starting here, where even though the stock closed down on the day, it actually traded higher. It closed higher than it opened on this particular day. This was a big, massive turnaround day. And then the stock has continued to go. I will make a confession. I actually shorted the stock on the 31st. Yeah, I remember. It was before I went out and did 4 fireball shots. Don't ever do that. But I shorted the stock a bit on the 31st because I just thought, you know what, this will probably be sold into on January 2nd. When the market first starts trading. Well, that didn't happen, so I covered it like 9:32. And the thing is, now I'm looking at this, not in this time frame. I'm looking at it in this time frame, like the 5-minute time frame. Now, forget about these moving averages. They don't really much matter. Now, I just haven't changed them. Like, do you really care what the 55-minute chart, the 55-minute moving average says? No. What you want to look at here is the direction of the stock during the day. And what you see is, for the most part, the stock makes the move in the morning, and then there's a lot of sideways drifts. Gaps up, a lot of sideways drifts. What I want you to do is look at this level come Monday, which, by the way, was a really, really cool Jimmy Buffett song. If the stock starts trading below this support level that I've just drawn, and it traded on huge volume right at the end of the day on Friday, don't you think that we're going to start to get some retracement? That's what I think. Now, based on this, now I'm looking back at the daily chart, and it kind of makes sense to me. First of all, it's not a lot of data to go by here, but that's the high. If the stock starts trading lower, we're back kind of to that 5-minute chart. If the stock starts trading lower, don't you think there are going to be a few guys, not the analysts, they're still looking at balance sheets and eyeballs and posts and Twitters and tweets and whatever, but don't you think there's going to be a few folks other than you and me who are looking at the technicals and are saying, you know, this thing had a pretty big move here from below 60 up to 70 in a matter of a few days, but it didn't get up to here? I think I'm going to take my profits, and I don't care about the chucklehead with the $40 price tag or the $140 price tag. I don't care about that. All I care about is that this has been a pretty nice run, and now I think this stock's rolling over. Why don't I go ahead and take those profits, and then I'll wait for a re-entry on the stock? Or, guys like me will look at this chart and say, if this starts trading below this level, I think I'm going to short the snot out of it. I think I'll make money on this stock on the way down. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what I suggest you consider doing. In fact, you know what? On Monday morning, I'll be in the forum for the members, and we'll be looking at this thing. So members, you guys get ready for that. We'll look and see. I don't know that Twitter's going to fall below this level, but I'll be in the forum, and we'll be looking at it together. And by the way, if you're not a member, you kind of goofed up here. So why don't you go ahead and fix that? Sign up for a membership, trial membership. Hope you stick around if you do. Sign up. If you don't stick around, I won't really know about it, because I don't track that kind of stuff. But as long as you've been looking at this video for this long, we're over 8 minutes, and you seem to think that I have something to say that's worth listening to, I want you to go ahead and try out the premium subscription. Or just keep listening to these videos, because sooner or later, I'm going to get you.